Okay, hold on to your hat because what I'm about to tell you is going to be pretty amazing. It's a sign. I believe I just had a final sign that I was asking for. I don't usually ask for signs whatsoever, but I was asking earlier tonight for a sign so I could tell everyone, if this is it, if this is really going to happen any moment. And I think this is the sign that was given to me to share. So it's 11:49 at night, almost midnight, still 10:31, 2021, East Coast, New Jersey. And then I might do another video with some startling information that seems to shed all-inclusive light on what may be about to happen, and that there is likely to likely be a break off within 48 hours here. And I'm talking obviously about the Palma and the west flank breaking off with the threat of a tsunami that would result. Now, if you're not gonna, or if you're not around or whatever to listen to that video, if you don't listen to it, to put it in a few words, there's water underneath the volcano that's gotten into the vents that exist all through the ridge, which is the spine of the island from, the mid area that runs south, that sort of is the break-off point of the top of that Cumbre Vieja mountain or volcanic range high up, and also all the water that's trapped in there that can't get out, that's been there forever, that's just accumulated there, is under intense pressure at this moment from the magma flow and what's going on, with the heat from that, as we see the result of the eruptions and all the vents that are trying to get that heat and magma out, because there's nowhere for it to go. Intense pressure from the mantle of the earth. What that's doing is it's causing it to expand, but it can't explode and release tremendous energy like gasoline exploding, but it's water, but it will vaporize from this magma push and tremendous heat that's going on apparently right now under that whole ridge, about a 10-mile ridge, which is basically an old fault line that's existed before. And actually the island, or that area actually sank. I think it's like 10 feet from the previous eruptions. I forget which one, but it sort of stopped right there in its tracks and didn't fall off all the way. But this could be the moment that the rest of the job gets done and, finishes off what that started, considering everything that's happening underneath the volcano right this moment. That's likely the cause. I may not have explained it very well, but if I do the article, it will go into the details of why this seems likely, maybe within 48 hours, and that's like 12 hours ago that information was in an article. And of course, I suppose that if there's a great earthquake, that could really set things off and crack it and force that vapor, to combust with the heat of the magma and just create a tremendous blast right on that crack that's in question here, which would break that off and potentially bring it right down into the ocean and fall off into the sea to cause a great tsunami. So this is sort of seems like the missing piece to the whole puzzle of all of this, sort of at the last moment, to fill in the gaps about this whole situation and what the real reason seems to be of why this is ready to happen. And I do continue to believe that there is going to be a tremendous earthquake really at any time now, from this moment into tomorrow or shortly after that time, whenever it may happen. I believe it's very, very close, and that could really be the key thing that sets that off and creates that tremendous blast. But I'm here to talk about this sign, this great sign I believe I had just now. Again, I was outside earlier tonight and I more or less asked for a sign that I don't ask for signs. I sort of do sometimes just to share if, if it's possible, I say it that way. If not, then I don't worry about it. But tonight I really did. I said, if this is it, I don't ask for a sign like this in this way. Please show me something that would indicate that this is it and that I could share with everyone to tell them, that this is so. So just now I went outside and I looked at the sky and I noticed this weird light sort of flickering and moving, dodging all around in different directions, stopping, going down, going up, going to the right, going up, hovering pretty far in the distance in the sky. And I knew that wasn't normal. And there was actually another light way in the distance, farther away. I could hardly see it, but it was sort of flickering on and off also. So even though that's likely to be, artificially made technology doing that, some type of imagery or technology, holographic or what have you, but it's the timing of it, first of all, and from what I had just asked, and secondly, it seems to indicate a false, alien situation after the rapture that may be pointing to right here. That's likely being prepared right at this moment for maybe when this event happens with the volcano, if there's a break-off and, the rapture occurring, and that would be the excuse. Aliens took people away, believers, and probably everyone on the whole earth who's left and can go out and look into the sky would see all these so-called UFOs in the sky right after the rapture. I think that's the setup here. I've even heard stories or thoughts in the past where it said that the Antichrist himself would arrive in a spaceship or UFO, to humanity right after the rapture, and that's how he would sort of come upon the world, and everyone would believe, the race, the Space Brothers or whatever, the hierarchy has come to Earth, and in the form of this Messiah, this Antichrist, this world teacher, to save humanity and take them into a new world, a new age. Once these others are taken away, who wouldn't go along with it, and that's why they were taken. That's going to probably be the excuse, because they would have gotten in the way of this progress, this new world. So even though it's not directly, supernatural as a sign, I believe without a doubt it's a sign, and it's an answer to what I was asking for just earlier tonight, not long ago. And once more, because it seems to be an indication of the rapture, that this is, going on right now in the sky. Yes, it's been always going on for many decades, long time ago. But I saw it, and the way I saw it, and the timing of it, and that I specifically asked for something to show me, to share with all of you, that this is it. Then I came upon this article just about an hour ago, and that sort of puts the icing on the cake of what is really happening there, and might go down just from that fact alone, again, within 24 hours. And then I've been following for weeks now the calculations based on asteroids that could set off very extremely large earthquake at any moment here now, just from that alone also. And I think that's imminent. Could happen within a few days here. It could happen tonight, tomorrow. So that was what seems like a rapture sign with these other two things I just mentioned. So maybe you want to listen if I come back on and do another video and read that. It's really eye-opening and seems to shed final light on what's really going down here and how short the time seems to truly be. I don't know, so maybe that doesn't sound like much, as far as saying I saw what, object in the sky that represented a UFO, clear as day, going in different directions, stopping, going the other way, up and down. Or just like I showed earlier today, I saw that other angel. I tried to give you the link. I hope you could find a way to maneuver, to find that spot on those live feeds. Though you might have to go back a day or whatever, because it might, it's constantly evolving, moving live stream of time. They usually post the day before, or the days before. In other words, what I'm trying to say is they post the live stream from the previous day, and it's no longer a live stream, though it was the day before, but it's no longer live. It's just from the last day, the last 12 hours. So you would have to, locate that for today's date, and find that timestamp in the left corner of the screen. I'll repeat what it was. It was 16:01:52 through 53 seconds. And you'll see the angel go by the screen. Then I had mentioned in the, was it the last video or the one before? I forget, I did so many today, that it looked like there was blue shining or glimmering around me in the room. I don't know if it was sunlight coming in. I did have the window open, but I can't imagine that it would produce blue like that, and it was all over by me, around me, and around the room. So I don't know, it could have been something, just a freak thing, that it made the camera appear that way. It never ever did anything like this. With this laptop that I just got about 3 months ago, or through the years, that never happened like that, regardless. And I didn't see any light shining on me. So I mean, maybe that was a sign too. Again, whether it was supernatural or it was just the way the light seemed to reflect, but was meant to appear that way for a reason. Again, like with the rapture, our bodies, God's light. So even though it may have been naturally produced, I'm still not sure that is the case. Though I'm, just trying to say what the possibilities are here. Regardless, it's how it happened and what it seems to represent at this moment. So you could just as well say it was meant to look that way, for a reason, to tell us something as a sign, regardless of what the reason for it was. I mean the source of it. In other words, what caused it or not. So I'm going to go out there and look right after I'm done here. I'll start loading this, and I'm going to go outside and see if I see anything else in the sky like that. And to me, it means the rapture is close. That's like a sign of those lights in the sky that, again, I was meant to see. I've been meant to see these things. I've been led to them specifically all along here, day after day after day. This has been happening, one thing after another. I really do. I think within a few days we're out of here. We're gone. I believe that 100%. I'm not giving a date. I'll never give a date of the rapture. I'm just saying, based on everything that's been happening up to this point and how it seems to be culminating right at this moment, that's very likely that we'll be gone any second here. And once more, I might be back to read this article that's true breaking news, in the sense that it has to do with the break-off. And this information, you could call it new information, that totally sets things straight and shows the whole picture of what the story is. So you might want to listen to that, all right? I'll see you later.